flag just yet. Nice slow start, everybody aligned just as they should be. Jagger Jones waiting to get into the start zone that has been identified by the officials to him. When he gets there, he'll pull the trigger. Off we go, he jumps in the throttle. That big V8 comes to life. We are racing in VP Racing Sports Car Challenge. And Jagger Jones, Jeremy, doing exactly what he did yesterday, a big leap at the start.
Yeah, and yesterday he was able to pull out an appreciable gap over the first couple of laps. I mean, he really got on the case right away in that Remstar car number 87. That's the lone Duquesne chassis in the field. All the other runners in LMP3 using the Ligier JSP 320. But Jagger Jones was off to a hot start yesterday, and Agakani kind of reeled him in. And then there was a full course caution which brought him right on his tail, and then he followed him for most of the rest of the race. But today we'll see whether he could do the same there out front for Jagger Jones. Very
different track conditions for these drivers this morning. It was warm yesterday, mid-80s. Right now, on track, only 68 degrees.
The phase competition Mercedes of Josh Green, who actually went on to win the final race north of the border, the Canadian Tire Motorsport Pub, but unfortunately not here this weekend. There's a problem for Mark Brumman. Is that a puncture on the right rear?
Yeah, the right rear down, and Brumman dropping back. That's going to move Wilmot up to third, or up to second, I should say. And the question is, was there contact between those two cars, or was it a prototype that perhaps got into the right rear, but it has cut that Michelin tire down? And this has created all kinds of chaos down through the roller coaster. Brumman needs to be on the right side of the road. He's like, guys, I got a problem. I need to get over there so I can get to pit in. And everybody else streaming through, you know, you have a problem going down the back straightaway, and you know it's going to be difficult to get down through the roller coaster and stay out of everybody's way. The great drive that Mark Brumman put in is going to be cut short as he has to come to the pits. And obviously in a sprint race like this with no pit stops and not a lot of time to make up time when you have a problem, this is going to be painful for
times is showing that, because the drivers, the engines like cooler conditions.
Oh, and a problem now for Frank Depew in the tires, and I can't tell if that is turn 11 or not. You come up the hill into turn 11, tight right-hand corner that leads you to Oak Tree, and it's real easy to get it wrong there. Let's find out what happened to Frank Depew. And there he goes, yep. And that's that area into the tires there. You get up there, and Jeremy, you kind of crest a slight hill. The car gets light, and it just drifts out to the outside, and once it starts, you're not going to get it back. I love what they have done here at VIR with the tire walls that they have. You can see that there are multiple bands of tires tied together, and then that belting around them, and you can see how that tire wall has moved with the contact. That's a significant hit there for Depew. You can see how it's moved. That finishing in the top 5. He's at 4th place finishes, looking for his first podium, I believe, but it's one of those deals where he has work to do every weekend because he's just not qualifying as well as he races.
No, that's right. And if he can fix that, then he'll be right up at the sharp end, perhaps. But Jagger Jones, I think he took the white flag there. So just the final lap here for Jagger Jones, and the march to victory. Last time around, he turned a 144.7, which is a good couple of seconds away from his fastest lap of the race. So he's just being cautious, I think, at this stage. And they're going to bring that car home. A little farther back there's Jordan Menzin holding on ahead of Miguel Villagomez. So that is a battle for position there. Jordan Menzin, very new to this sport. He only started about 3 or 4 months ago. So he's got a very steep learning curve. He's driving one of the Performance Tech Motorsports Ligier and doing a nice job here to hold off Miguel Villagomez.
And Menzin, just delightful to talk to. He has big plans and big expectations. When we talked about this yesterday as well, I met him at Mid-Ohio, and he said, I'm going to do these things. And I was like, hang on a second. You got to learn to your craft here. And speaking of learning your craft, I mean, Jagger Jones, from the time he stepped behind the wheel of this number 87 FastMD racing with Remstar Duquesne at St. Petersburg, he made a statement, and he's going to make another statement today out of Hogpen on to the front straightaway, looking for the checkered flag at the end of it. It has been a nearly perfect season. Jagger Jones wins again. Race number 2 at VIR. An absolutely perfect season for him. The one win taken away at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park because of a technical infraction, but on the racetrack, he's finished first in every race that he has run this season in VP Racing Sports Car Challenge. Luca Mars, KOHR Motorsport, down the front straightaway. It's the same drive Luca Mars put in yesterday in VP Racing. He takes the victory again. That will